Hello, YouTube. I just got finished with a Snapchat rant. I really wanted to post on YouTube, so this will probably be just a short video. I'm terrible at updating, I guess. Um, I went basically through my whole prep, not updating or recording. I recorded with my phone, but my phone's memory was going out for some reason, and then it just started working again, so I don't know what happened. Um, I want to address the hierarchy of importance of like fitness questions. I talked about it on Snapchat. Um, I guess it's kind of referenced into the Muscle and Strength Pyramids by Eric Helms, and co-written with Andrea Valdez and someone else, Andy Morgan. I'll post a link in the bottom. Hopefully, yeah, not hopefully. I'll post a link in the bottom so y'all can go ahead and purchase that. That's literally the best thing I've ever gotten so far, besides subscribing to a newsletter, the Mass newsletter. But we'll talk more about that in a different video. So, I've been getting a lot of questions lately, which is really good because it shows that people are interested or trying to, lose weight or change their diet and whatever the case may be. Sorry, my face is oily. And there's no such thing as a dumb question, right? There's no such thing as a dumb question. When you don't ask questions, that's when you should be a little bit worried, because like, are these people really getting it, or things like that. But what I've come to find is these people are asking questions that really don't matter as much as the big picture, and a lot of people just don't understand that. So I've been getting questions that ask, one person asked me, if I bought fat-free, or do you buy fat-free cheese instead of the regular cheese? And my answer to that is I really do. I buy both. I buy 2%. I buy fat-free cheddar and then 2% cheddar, and then I'll buy like fat-free cream cheese and then 1/3 fat cream cheese. For those of y'all who track macros, you would know why. Cheese just tastes better with fat in it, duh. But the macros on them are so I'll mix it up so I can get a little bit of the meltiness from the fat cheese, but then the protein from the regular cheese. I'm going off topic. Another question I got was should I work out in the morning or at night? And another one was, I don't know. No, I think, okay, I'll go with those two questions. The time that they work out, if they're trying to lose weight, and fat-free cheese. Mind you, okay, fat-free, okay, mind you, this was the same person. These questions have little to no importance, especially for someone who's barely starting out, trying to lose weight or to change their physique in some way. The Muscle and Strength Pyramids highlights that there is a hierarchy of importance in things, and the very least important would be supplements, and then below that would be like nutrient timing and training timing. I guess I don't mention training timing, but nutrient timing is not very important as long as calories are equated for the entire day. The very bottom, the most important thing that someone should understand is energy expenditure. If you eat more calories than you consume, you gain weight. If you eat less calories than you consume, you lose weight. And a lot of people just don't even know what a calorie is. They don't know what is in food. And just above the energy expenditure would be macronutrients and micronutrients. And these people, most people who ask questions like this, what time should I eat, how many meals should I eat per day, what time should I work out, things like that, have no clue. If you put a plate of chicken, broccoli, and rice in front of them, they're probably like, food? Healthy food? Is that what it is? They can't tell you the calorie. Well, I can't tell you the calorie count either. I can tell you the macros probably. But yeah, they can't tell you the calorie count. They can't tell you the macros. They might not even be able to identify the different things, proteins, fats, and carbs, and they're asking questions that are unimportant. So what I wanted to say was, if you're barely starting out, you don't have to track macros. And it's never a one size fits all thing in regards to fitness and a lifestyle change and having something that's sustainable for you. But you're gonna have to figure that on your own, and whatever you like. If you like to be a vegetarian, if to paleo diet, if you like to eat strictly clean foods, whatever the case may be. But I highly encourage you to get a basic understanding of the contents of food, of your macronutrients. What kind of foods have carbs? What kind of foods have protein? What kind of foods have fat? And from there, you have a general idea of what you're eating. And I really recommend counting macros at least for 6 months, because in that way, having that scale, doing the scale thing and doing the counting macros thing with the MyFitnessPal or whatever app you choose to use, it really gives you a baseline knowledge of your portion sizes. Your portion sizes, you recognize foods for what they are because you're doing it for a while, and you kind of, it's repetitive, you kind of recognize that stuff. And then from there, you can continue to track macros. You can do something else that suits you. Intuitive eating, it's never, you don't have to commit. You don't have to commit to anything. I've been tracking macros for about 4 years now. I intend to move on to intuitive eating eventually. Obviously not right after prep, because I don't know which way's up after prep, especially after binging or losing weight for a prep, binging, prepping again, and then coming out of this. I have to try really hard to reverse diet and all that stuff. I wanted to do a video on reverse dieting. If y'all are interested in reverse dieting, let me know. But yes, don't forget, don't sweat the small stuff. Don't sweat the small details. If you're really serious about losing weight and keeping it off, then take the time to learn about food. Learn what you're putting into your body. That's going to be the main goal. Calories in versus calories out. If you're gaining weight, obviously you're eating more calories than you burn. And that's not always from the same foods. You could have a server job, eat the same food, and then get a desk job at somewhere, and you're eating the same foods and you're gaining weight, and you question, holy shit, why am I gaining weight? I'm eating the same foods. What's happening? When you have the understanding of the baseline knowledge of energy expenditure, you would know, hey, well, I was moving around a lot as a server, but now I'm a desk job. My diet hasn't changed. Maybe that could be a thing. I'm not expending as much energy. Maybe I should go harder in the gym. Maybe I should incorporate some cardio. Things like that. You get an understanding of that. Obviously, when you're a newbie, you're not going to understand these things, but if you don't take the time to understand that baseline, that most important part of your weight loss journey, weight gain journey, whatever the case may be, then you're essentially powerless. You're essentially powerless. And with that, but yeah, there's no one size fits all. If someone tells you there's one way to do something, they are full of shit, because there's not one way to do something. And I really, I'll probably say it in almost every video, I want to express the importance of that, because there's really not one way to do something. You don't have to track macros. I do it because I feel the most in charge of my diet, and I love food. I freaking love food. That's also another thing you'll find on this channel. Like, that's just me. That's just who I am. That's who I've been. And now that I can love food and control it, I'm the freaking best thing ever. Well, I'm not the best thing ever, but you know what I mean. It's really the best thing ever, because I was always made to feel bad for loving food. I felt bad about myself because I ate so much of it and I gained weight, and I wasn't happy with my body. And then when I got into fitness and I learned about macros, I could still eat the foods I like and lose weight. But the fitness community does, I mean, oh, when I first started, man, it was so frowned upon. It was laughed at, considered bullshit. And now macros are becoming more and more awesome. And some people, don't take into consideration like nutrient dense foods, or they don't take into consideration like fiber, and they're beginners, they get excited. I got excited one time, or I got excited once, so it's not a big deal. But the point being is, I'm still eating my nutrient dense foods. I'm still eating foods I love. I'm making my food fun, and I have control over that because I know the basics. I know calories in versus calories out is what's going to get me to my goal. And then from there, I can focus on my macros and my micros. I can arrange them to fit my physique needs, which is being, at this point, leaning out and maintaining my muscle mass, so I can adjust my protein, my carbs, and my fats to meet my goals. And then later on, I'll be reverse dieting and adjusting my numbers again to meet my new goals, because everybody's gonna have new goals. You're not gonna be dieting forever. And when you know how many calories you're taking in, you can better understand what you need to do for the next step. So like I said, you shouldn't be dieting forever. You shouldn't be on the same calories forever, because that would be tough. Dieting down, for me, when I'm dieting down, your metabolism gets used to eating a certain amount of whatever. So your metabolism will go low as you're dieting down. My metabolism's it's already down here because I've been dieting for so long. I never gave it a chance to come back up. So now that it's a certain place and a certain set point, I need to work to bring my metabolism up, to increase my calories, so that when I diet again, I can be way up here and I can be good to go, and I can be in a place that's healthy and manageable to again reduce my calories and do it all over again, because I love this sport. For someone who's just living life, if you're reducing calories for so long, your metabolism is going to get used to whatever you're doing. And then you stop losing weight because you're yo-yo dieting or whatever. Then you're going to have to decrease those calories even more, which means your metabolism is going to be even more shot. And then once you stall there, where do you have to go? Where do you have to cut from? You need to understand that you can't diet forever, especially if you're on super low calories already and you can't find yourself losing weight. You need to take that time to understand that, hey, okay, fine, I should look into reverse dieting. I should look into maintaining my weight for a while, bring my metabolism back up, bring it up to a place where I can be eating 2,000 calories, 2,000 plus calories. And then when my metabolism is good and it's all said and done, I'm in a proper place to lose fat, and even lose fat easier, because that's essentially the goal. And you can eat more food whilst losing weight. So just the baseline knowledge of calories in versus calories out would do so much for you guys. If you have any questions, if you enjoyed this video, please, if there's anything you want me to talk about, please let me know. I really need some motivation to keep putting out these videos. Well, you know what? I don't need motivation. I need to motivate myself. You're right. I'm right. Okay. Anyway, but yeah, it really does help to know that people are listening, or if it helps them out, or if I can talk about something that will help someone out instead of just like talking about topics that I want to talk about. But I really feel that this needs to be talked about. People need to understand that the little thing, don't sweat the little things. If you're going to the gym, and if you know what calories you're consuming, then you're good to go. You're good to go for the most part. All the other little details, oops, I burped. All the other little details are something you should worry about afterwards. So if I ask you what calories, how many calories are you taking in? Honestly, do you know? Do you know how many calories you're taking in? Not I think, because a lot of people don't know what's really in food. And you can honestly say that you do, then we can move on to the next step of whatever goal you want to do, your macronutrient ratio, and all that exciting stuff, all that powerful things that you have control over once you get the knowledge. So what's most important? Energy balance. I'm sorry you keep seeing my bra strap. Energy balance is most important. Learn calories, learn macronutrients. You don't have to count macros, but learn what is a protein source, what is a carb source, and what is a fat source. Micronutrients, nutrient dense foods obviously are the healthy foods. I would want to say, I think for the most part, all the nutrient dense foods people would categorize as healthy. Yeah. And fiber, if you know where fiber comes from too, that would be cool. But all the things like meal timing and cardio timing and workout timing is really not as important as you think, especially for the day-to-day living life person. It doesn't affect us at all, or not us, right? It wouldn't affect you at all because you have enough body fat to maintain your energy for a good while. When you're in contest prep, you gotta time out your meals to coincide with your workouts, and then you gotta do cardio and this and that. What's most optimal, right? But if you're just a day-to-day person, really just focus on your calories. And I hope this was useful. I'm just gonna post this up and not edit it and see how it goes.